Hello. Looks like 0 people watching. That's okay. This will be available to watch later. We are in third hour. Third hour. Say hello. Hi. Okay. We are going to review our 4 pages, 5 if you count the back of section 4 of the study guide. Once again, these are due the day of the test, which, as you can see, is Wednesday. Complete sentences. Oh, we have somebody here. Hello, one person. Complete sentences. The vocab comes from the back of the book. Got to be written down completely. The short answers are complete sentences, and the essays are a minimum of 3. You do all of those things, you get your 20 points. You're missing any of those, you get a 0. And like last time, we will not do well on our study guide, but we're going to do better this time. Here we go. We're just going to go through all the short answers today. Here we go. Number 2. What was the 10% plan? Bree. She said that the 10% plan was when 10% of the voters in southern states give an oath to the Union, those states can rejoin. And that is correct. Who proposed, Savannah, that plan? Correct. Way too many words, but Lincoln is the answer. Yes, Lincoln. Oh, she was doing number 3, so she got 2 and 3. Okay, Lincoln proposed the plan, and it gave amnesty to all white Southerners who swore loyalty. So we just did 2 and 3 there. Number 4 is not a very good question. Basically, I'm just asking, did Lincoln really want to punish the South, or did he want to go easy on them and move forward? So which one is that? Yeah, he wanted to be easy on them. That's all you need to know for number 4. Here we go. But the people who did want to punish the South, this is number 5. We're on section 1, by the way, home people. The people who wanted to punish the South harshly were called Braden. Yeah. Radical Republicans. Number 6, let's focus on the last question. The 3 conditions of the Wade-Davis bill. Who can tell me those? Haley. Ding. She said, hold on. First, majority of white males had to swear loyalty to the Union. That's correct. Second, go. Correct. Only those who swore they did not fight against the Union could vote on the new Constitution. And thirdly, any new state had to ban, or any returning state had to ban slavery. New state constitutions had to ban slavery. Those are all correct. Number 7, I did mention the other day that we don't really focus on dates. And now I'm going to tell you this. This date is definitely on test. What date was Lincoln shot? Bree. April 14th, 1865. You need April, you need 14th, and you need 1865. Don't just put 1865. Don't just put on a day, which is what a lot of hilarious 8th graders love to do. Who killed Lincoln? Samuel. Booth. That's correct. Number 8, I want to point this out. You cannot just put last name on this one. Remember, the rule is if there are 2 of somebody with the same last name, you got to put an initial or a first name. There are 2 presidents by this name. Okay, so number 8, who became president after Lincoln was assassinated? Savannah. Andrew Johnson. So if you put A, period, Johnson, that's fine. Put Andrew Johnson, that's fine. Put Johnson, that's not. Put Andrew, that's not. He's not the president. That could mean him. That's his name, Andrew. Could mean me. That's my middle name. Yes, what? Speak up. What did he say? 2. Oh, number 2. Yes. I won't print it off. I've got them. Here you go. Speaking of chapter 3, section 2, here we go. Name 2 things the Civil Rights Act of 1866 provided for African Americans. Bree's going to name 1. Section 2. It promised to protect their rights. We'll count that. Anything? What else? Samuel. Granted them full citizenship. It gave the federal government powers to override state laws that could be considered racist. It gave more powers to the Freedmen's Bureau. There's 4. You need 2. Number 3, why did President Johnson attempt to veto this bill? Haley, go ahead. He thought it was overstepping the federal government's authority is a correct answer. There are more possible answers, such as all the states didn't vote on it, which is correct. Or you can just say because he was racist, and I would take it because that's true. Anything else? Yes. He thought it was unconstitutional. That's fine too. Number 4 on section 2. What does the 14th Amendment say? Is basically this. This is a Constitution question from last year. Bree, the 14th Amendment. Yes, equal rights for all citizens. Or she said full citizenship for all people born in the United States. Either of those are fine. Number 5, why was President Johnson impeached? Savannah. He removed Stanton from office, and that was a violation of the Tenure of Office Act. What was the result? Was he convicted, or was he allowed to continue being president? He stayed in office. That's right. Any repeats on section 2? Louder. Part of 4. Oh, when was it passed? Yeah, go ahead. 1860 something is correct, but not specific enough. 14, yeah, go ahead. 66 took effect in 68, right? So any of those 3 years in there, 66, 67, 68, I'd take. All right, now we're on 3-3. The first 2 African Americans to be selected to the U.S. Senate. Name one out. Hiram Revels. Aviana, who was the other one? Blanche K. Bruce. Number 3 on section 3. What were at least 3 challenges to African Americans that appeared specifically in the South at this time? Bree, name one. They were not able to get, people would not sell them land. That's a good one. Savannah. Store owners would not give them credit. Correct. Haley. KKK was a very big problem. They were literally murdering African Americans. Bree. People would not hire them. All those are correct. You need 3. Number 4, don't outsmart yourself here. Just be simple. Why? How do they killed a lot of people? You could just put that, and that's perfectly fine. They killed, or lynching as it was called, a lot of African Americans, burned crosses, intimidated them while voting. You don't have to put all that, but any of those are fine. Number 5. Why were efforts to stop the KKK not very successful, Bree? A lot of white Southerners refused to testify against them. That's absolutely correct. A lot of them were in the KKK. Again, they were hidden identity-wise. Number 6, why was sharecropping, Savannah, a difficult way to make a living? After paying your landowners back, you were often left with very little or nothing at all. That's correct. And you made very little more money than you did as a slave, which was, again, $0. Something we've talked about a lot. Okay. Anything on section 3 we need to talk about before we go to 4? Home people. We're on section 4 now. I don't know if you can see that. Why did Reconstruction begin to decline in the South? There are a few reasons. Bree, go ahead. The North had their own problems. They wanted to worry about those. That's for sure one possible answer. What else? Yes. The Democrats started taking power back in the South. We'll get to that in a second. That's correct. Haley. Yeah, handle your own business was a lot of the attitude going on in the North. Also, some of the people that were the radical Republicans started dying or quitting, being old, retiring. Okay. Number 3, what were some reasons the Democrats were able to regain power in the South? Bree. The KKK for sure. They intimidated people from voting Republican, and so the Democrats were winning elections. Anything else? Haley. The Amnesty Act said, hey, if you fought in the war, you can be governor or representative or senator or whatever. Very good. Number 4, who won the election of 1876? I should be clear. Who became president after this election? Savannah. Hayes. Okay. A lot of people put Tilden. We've never had a president Tilden, even though you could argue that he probably did win the election, but that's a whole other story. Number 5, what did Southerners who wanted a new South want changed in the Southern economy? Bree, name something. They wanted a stronger economy. How are they going to accomplish that? Samuel, go ahead. Growing different crops, a wider variety instead of just cotton. Haley. More industry, more factories instead of farming. They also wanted smaller farms instead of one huge plantations. All those are correct. You need 2. 6 is basically the same question. We'll skip 6. 7. The 3 voting restrictions. We saw one on the board, of course. 3 voting restrictions. Bree, name one. Literacy test. Savannah, name one. Poll tax. What's the last one, Alex? Grandfather clause. You could vote if your grandfather did. 8, Jim Crow laws. Those are just like the black codes and the voting restrictions. Basically laws or segregation laws that were passed to keep African Americans separate and under Southern Democratic rule. Okay. Anything else? Any repeats? Anybody at home need anything repeated? Email me if you need to. Stay safe. And third hour, say goodbye to 2 people. I don't know who they are, but bye 2 people. See you later.